Somebody with a strong work ethic is predictable every day. Every day. What is predictable? You show up at 8, you leave at midnight. You show up at 8, you leave at 8. You show up at 7, you leave at 9. And you do it every day. It doesn't matter what it is. There's a predictable work effort being put by you. Let me explain something to you. A lot of people will come and say, Pat, man, you know, one day I want to be a millionaire, but you know what, I got, for me, it didn't kind of work out. I did a conference call, and this conference call was with a group of 40 entrepreneurs, builders that are doing a very, very good job in our firm. And I put them on the call, and one of the guys on the conference call asked somebody a question about momentum. And what can I do to do this and this and this and that? I said, listen, those who steadily grow their business show up every single day without any disruptions, because every time you disrupt and you have a crisis, to you it's a crisis, to somebody else it may be a crisis, but they don't handle it as big of a weight as you do. Your momentum goes all the way back down to level number 1 again. And you have to recreate momentum. It's a pain in the butt, okay? If you truly want to have steady growth in your business, you got to be predictable, because the moment you stop, you lose all your momentum. So if you really, really want to expand your business, the purpose of you growing is a big purpose that you have, whatever that purpose is, you got to be predictable. And throughout the time you're predictable, you got to accept and anticipate crisis is going to happen. What's crisis? A breakup with a girlfriend cannot throw you off for 2 months, because then you're not predictable. Kid gets in trouble in school, cannot throw you off for 3 weeks, because then you're not predictable. You and your wife get into a terrible fight, cannot throw you off, because then you're not predictable. You have a certain financial challenge, cannot throw you off, because you're now not predictable. You have somebody in your family that talks smack about you, cannot stop, because you're no longer predictable. By the way, the person that makes it also had all those crises happen, but they stayed predictable. Part of big work ethic is predictability. Number 2, consistency. Same thing, you show up, but consistency. And you keep showing up and you keep doing your work. Predictability is same time I keep coming. Consistency is I keep showing up. It's a big difference. Sounds the same, but slightly different. 8 a.m. I come in, but I'm consistent with what I'm doing with my efforts, because I'm consistently compounding my effort, because eventually after enough consistent effort, all of a sudden I'm going to have an inevitable explosion in my business that takes place. Okay, number 3, prepare the night before. Proper preparation prevents poor performance. An old mentor of mine told me this, proper preparation prevents poor performance. And this was a man that he would always brag about the fact that he's not talented. He was never the best speaker. I liked him because every time I spoke to him, it was disciplined, strong. He lived in a beautiful 18,000 square foot house with planes, and married. I think he had 6, 7, 8 kids, always stable, always solid. But every time I talked to him, he had read Think and Grow Rich 200-300 times. Think about this guy. And everything to him was about preparation. He said, Pat, the guy that's the most prepared wins. Everything was about preparation. Every time he talked, he had a 3x5 card with him. Every time, 3x5 card with him, 3x5 card with him, 3x5 card with him. Preparation. Prepare the night before. Prepare Sunday before. Prepare the week before. Prepare before the meeting. Prepare before the conference. Prepare before you're preparing. Everything is about preparation. Number 4, do more. Let me explain what I mean by do more. So do more. If a person leaves at 6, you leave at 8. If a person makes 100 calls a day, you make 200 calls a day. If a person makes 50 contacts a day, you make 75. If a person sells 20 of your product, you sell 40. Okay, if somebody practices 3 hours, you practice 5 hours. If somebody practices 6 hours, you practice 8 hours. If someone reads 2 books, you read 4 books. Just do a little bit more, a little bit more. Number 5, subscribe to the now mentality. Subscribe to the now mentality. We'll call them tomorrow. We'll call them now. Do it now mentality. Work ethic is a part of it. Now, do it now, not tomorrow, now. Now, let's do it right now, okay? Procrastinate tomorrow, next day, 3 hours, 5 hours. Let's do it right now. Next, point number 6, find running mates. I love people that work as hard as me, they push me. There's nothing like it. I love running mates. I love people that say, Pat, 5 more reps. Like, dude, I'm tired. Pat, 5 more reps, because some days you don't feel like it. Dictate what your standard of behavior is going to be that is and is not acceptable to you.